All right, I think we're good to go. Everything should be working. What's up, music? Jacob, good to see you guys. I'm not going to be focused on chat just for the first bit. I just need to switch over to max energy quick before event goes live, so I'll just be busy for a minute. I've been clearing shop and stocking as much as I can, so we're gonna go down to under a mil and then see how much we can make tonight. Should be good. What's up, Christian? Good to see you, man. What's up, Darwin? Yeah, the shop has definitely changed a lot in looks in the last week for sure. Chris Nagel, good to see you. Xander. Inflatable Ninja, what's up? Matthew, how's it going? And good to see you guys. How was your weeks? Hope it was good. Feels like it was a long week. Got some quests waiting to finish too, so we'll jump over there, finish the quests, and then finish this because I can put away some chests once this is done. Better deals for sure. Just because like the money outweighs the energy so much for me that I don't mind it. Kaja, how's it going? Good to see you. Off Chrome, Shifty Nomad, good to see you guys. My Royal Merchant ran out today, but I'm going to be gone for the next 2 days after stream, so I'm just not going to renew it probably till like early next week. I just won't be playing at all. We're going away for a couple of days. Perfect. I think I have like 800 of each of the good resources, but or the good components, but all good. All right. Now that that's done, let's see if we can put these all away. Nice, perfect. Okay, we can do max energy then. Good. One more. Is Banff like as internationally known as I think it is? Like I feel like it's one of the most famous tourist destinations. But anyway, that's where we're going for the weekend. Should be good, just for a couple of days. Does everyone know Banff? B-A-N-F-F? I'm curious because I feel like around here we just assume that it's like a really well-known tourist place, but maybe it's not. Oh, my enchantment inventory's full. Oh, really? Yeah, it's pretty famous. All right, let's use these. Basically, I just locked all of my tier 10s just because I wanted to save as much as I could for the event. So we've got like a ton of items to go through. I also need to craft a bunch of fodder shortly as well, so we'll be cruising here. shortly. I'll read it in a sec, Kaja. I saw that you wrote something, but I'm just trying to get this done before the event starts. Sorry, I want to make sure that we're below 1,000,000 gold before we start. Okay, cool. We're gonna start at 132k. Yeah, there's a few items that I can make without. There we go. There's the event. There's a few items I can make without resources. Oh, shards and feathers. Let's go. That's perfect. Love it. So let's put some stuff out. I don't actually have any fodder items right now at all. So I should be able to make bows without reason. Oh no, I can't. Oh yeah, there was only 2 last time that I could use, which was gloves and boots. So I might have to switch some stuff up here, but I might just have to put out like 1 resource bin just so we can make a bit of fodder, but this will work for now, it's fine. Because I only have 2 different item types that have the common resource reduction. I guess it's 33 stars. So I should have 4 of them, but medicine doesn't work and bows doesn't work, so it's just gloves and boots. Okay, cool. Let's fill these. Oh, I need to unlock all my stuff. All right, so now you'll see how much I've stocked up for this event. So these at 3 million plus 25%, we'll be making some good money today, which I'm looking forward to. Oh, I forgot to set up a timer for the stream. I was going to try to time it, but that's okay. These are pretty much all the items, either that I was getting from quests or ones that I've been crafting, trying to finish mastering all the items. Holy, I had a lot more than I thought I did. Is it? That should be it for locked items. Oops. Actually, I can just do this, can I? Store, and if I put it back out, it autofills, right? Yeah, let's go. Perfect. I'll just do that to all of them and then save myself a bit of time. That's so much nicer. I don't know if that's actually less clicks or not, though. Realistically, by the time you actually put it away, rotate it, change the color, all that stuff, I don't know if it actually saves any time at all. Piano, tuna, pasta. Thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that seemed very tedious. I don't think that that was worth it, but all right. Yeah, I might just put out like 1 bin at a time, just stay at 8,000 40 energy for a little bit, just until we get a decent amount of fodder items ready, and then just stick with max, but we'll kind of see how it goes. Should have done this before, but it was just a busy day. I had the kids all day, so just finished making dinner and whatever. Okay, cool. I think we're good to go. I usually just do like the lowest level person. All right. I don't even have the money to buy this. Good stuff. So we're starting at less than, well, 132k. Good stuff. I don't know exactly how we're going to do this in terms of like energy management and stuff, because like I'm sure that there would be a more optimal way to do this, like perfectly with optimizing every little bit of energy, but I don't know how much I'm going to try to perfect here. We'll see. Let me just get some fodder going, guys, and then we'll chat for a bit. Sorry, I know I'm very distracted for the first part of this stream. Okay, cool. So, actually, I wouldn't mind rushing. Never mind, these are all tier 10s, right? So much energy to rush them, I don't know if it's worth it. Okay. Oh, my little brother's in here. Nice. Dude, you want to just jump in voice chat? We can do that if you're up for it. You're around? Bill, just message me on Discord if you want to chat. That'd be awesome. Sweet. See, that's the other thing. I don't actually know all the energy values for these yet, so I'm probably going to have to just do a bit of suggesting before we get there. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I think this will work okay. All right, let me put out some stone now. I wish I knew all the energy values of these. Like there's 4 different items, but I don't know any of them, like what the actual energy needed to surcharge is, like what the lowest one would be. I should really know that stuff. So far the discounts have been pretty good. I meant the success rate of small talks. Okay. Yeah, I should make a spreadsheet for sure. Kaja said, and I'm getting back to it, don't worry, I think most of the player base would have done better with reduced costs to be able to actually surcharge their tier 10s, but the main people who are actively in the game to vote probably are the upper energy anyway. Yeah, it's true. I think the majority of like super high tier players who have max energy or close to would absolutely prefer this with 25% surcharge value, but anyone with less energy would probably prefer the other event. But I got what I wanted, so I'm not complaining. All right. Yeah, I do need to spreadsheet this. I don't know any of them. So funny. Come on, two. There we go. Discount that guy. So here's something I'm going to try out. If I surcharge small talk this, since this is a backfire, I can use that as a discount item and then surcharge this, and then something else I can small talk, get rid of a small item, and then deny this. So it guarantees me that sale and there's no RNG with the small talk. That makes sense. So I can use failed small talk tier 10s as discount fodder that I don't actually sell as guaranteed surcharge sales. I know that might be confusing, but something I'm going to be testing out anyway. It's awesome that multiple of you have been to Banff before. That's pretty sweet. Why do I rotate? I just like the way that it looks when they face the front of the store. There's not really a reason. Not a deep reason anyway, other than my own pickiness. Alright, I'm pretty happy with fodder at this point. We're getting pretty close to where I want to be. Just a couple more and then we'll get my brother in here. So I guess I left myself pretty far away. Unless they both look at pets and then we're good to go. Nice. $3.6 million a pop. This is so nice. Okay, and then let's do some wood items. And we're good to go. Yo. Alright, I'm gonna unmute you on stream.
By the way, Colin can see and hear you. So
oh, for real? That's my nephew.
Keep it PG.
Let's go. You know I always do. It's you I'm worried about. What's up, Colin?
What's up?
How are you, buddy?
Good.
Good. Are you at Uncle Bill's house?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it's funny watching the YouTube video or the live. By the way, Colin can see and hear you. So keep it PG.
You know I always do. Yo, I can rehear everything that's happening on stream. Can you turn the volume off? Or at least down?
Hold up.
Is he on stream right now?
What's up, Vox? Good to see you, man.
Plug it in.
Yeah. The echo's on their end because they're watching the stream so that my nephew can hear it, but then my little brother's obviously the one talking, so we'll get it figured out, don't worry.
How about now? We got headphones in.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Nice. So he's over at your house?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Nice. Yeah, so basically with the basement, I saw more messages. I was like really excited for it because I thought that it was going to be more space for the shop so we wouldn't be capped at like 8,000 energy. But after seeing some more messages from the developers today, it sounds like I'm wrong and there's no extra room. It just allows you to like place stuff in the basement so that there's more room to like decorate your shop how you want it to be. So unfortunately, it doesn't sound like we're going to have more than 8100 energy, which I had originally thought and was super excited for. So not a huge deal, but just cosmetic. And then there's supposed to be 2 new workers in December as well, which add moonstones, which basically we can combine items to make them more like a rare quality type thing. So yeah, lots of stuff going on. It's pretty cool. When I heard the basement, I was actually like so psyched thinking, okay, now we're going to be able to get way more energy. But after messages today, it doesn't look like it. Yeah. No, I think it's going to be exactly the same thing. You can just put a bunch of your furniture in the basement so that your shop looks cleaner. That would have been awesome though. I don't know what happened with my brother's mic. Who knows? It's all good. Oh, he ducked from the call. Okay. Not a big deal. I know it would be way overpowered, but I'm just thinking like with items that are 1600 energy to surcharge, it would just be nice if we didn't have to have max energy even to 2-shot stuff. Like if you could craft and have 8000 energy, so you could still 2-shot stuff and be able to craft at the same time. It's just, I don't know. Not ideal, but all good. Just something that I've been hoping would happen at some point. But it sounds like somebody said like the basement won't be available till later levels and it'll be upgradable to be able to hold more stuff. But if it's not, if it's mostly cosmetic, then I'm sure it won't be a ton of gems. Yeah, Bill, it's all good, man. No worries. I'm so glad I got my internet issues figured out. It was rough trying to stream on the old stuff. Yeah, Vox. Vox, do you have max energy yet? I just assumed that most guys in the guild did, but I actually have no idea. Oh, okay. I need to actually focus and try to do this properly because I'm getting some fails, but then I'm not actually utilizing the energy, so. Because if this is a fail, which it's not, but there's ways that I can use that item to guarantee myself a surcharge with 2 small talks without any RNG with whether or not the next one fails or succeeds. At 71.72, okay. Pretty close then. Yeah, man, I don't know. It's 936 in every building is so crazy. Like, it's amazing that you guys all have it, but man, it's huge. It's like 4 billion on the bigger towers. Pretty wild. 4.5 billion? Something like that, anyway. All right, let's. I'm gonna put in game goals, and we're gonna kind of track this thing. The first hour will probably be pretty slow, just because of us getting rolling. But then I kind of want to track it after that. So, let's do some game goals. That's so funny. The last time we did game goals was when we were tracking XP to level 80. So we'll switch this now. That's so funny. And we were at like 290 net worth. Now we're at like 310. So let's switch this total gold. Sweet, and then I'll update it probably like every hour or something like that. We'll see how it goes. 4.7 billion. That's so nuts. I mean, good for you guys for doing it. Hopefully I won't be too far behind, but it's such a grind. All right, so this one I got a backfire in, so I'm thinking, I mean, I could do this, and then, yeah, but if I only have tier 1 fodder, then that's not gonna work. I'll have to do it a little bit different. Yeah, that works. I like that actually. If I get a failed small talk, then I can use it to just guarantee myself a surcharge and then just go back in and get rid of the item later. I think it actually feels pretty smooth. Like it doesn't take an extra customer and it just allows me to make more money. So pretty good. I think I'll keep doing it. I was trying to figure out last stream how to optimize surcharging like every single customer, take advantage of every single small talk, but I like that so far. Yeah, it's the same Dana Jackson. He streams on Twitch as well. He's our GM. He's pretty active in like the general Discord community. So yeah, it's the same guy. I mentioned him in my last video too. He got the exclusive content for the last released like content from Kabam too. So it's awesome, man. He's doing well. Yeah, I can show you him like in our guild. So yeah, this is Dana. Same dude, our GM. Yeah, this event is actually like the craziest because something like this, like 1.5 million, which most of these are. Not having good examples now, but like the amount of extra money that you're making, like several hundred K for every single customer, like it's actually pretty wild. No! I meant to discount this one so that I had the energy to surcharge another. So this would normally be 2.9 million with the surcharge 3.625, so an extra 725K. And I'm able to buy that item for 700K, so essentially I'm making like 1.4 million a sale right now. Like it's actually so crazy. Yes, Storm's End is in the past. Crazy. Phoenix Ascent. There you go. Yeah, we changed names. What was it, yesterday or day before? There you go. Pretty wild. Yep. So it's between like 3 different names, and that's the one that we all kind of decided on as a guild. So it was my second choice out of 3, but I'm very happy with it. First choice was the Immortals because we haven't lost in a team event yet, like since Dana took over, basically. I don't know if that's true. We've won like the last 5 in a row anyway. It's been pretty wild. The storm has ended. That is true, actually. Ooh, that's deep. Wow. Kairiko, what's up, man? Good to see you. Wow, that's actually good. The storm has ended. That's pretty cool. I like that. Come on. Alright, yeah, so 750K extra from this one sale. So crazy. I'll show you guys where my masteries are at too. I've been working on them quite a bit, and I also If you guys missed it. Nice, Kyrico. That's awesome. 1G net. That's huge. If you guys missed it, when Bill was on stream this week, we got every single chest blueprint in the game. Spent about 11k gems that day. So we have all of the blueprints now. We haven't finished the tier 10s, but here's basically where we're looking at. All these are on the last milestone. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 items on the last milestone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got 29 items left and we've finished mastering everything. Feels good. I know. Dana gets an extra 14%, or no, 19% if he has 5% in that line. Or 14% without the 5%. Like, oh, it's just so crazy. He must be making such a crazy amount of money right now. And I can't even get one line to 5% right now. Sad. Also, I think I just used all of my... pretty close, actually. I might as well just use all of these now. Oh, I don't even have enough items. Okay, I'll wait until I get some tier 10s and then finish using the rest of them. I didn't want tier 10s out and unlocked until I've at least sold all of the items that I have, like surcharge or double enchanted. It just doesn't make sense. Swords and wands, nice. Yeah, I'm pretty close. I only need one more glove, which is going to be the tier 3 bracers. I don't remember what their name is. It's an old pack item. I can get it from King's Caprice, but I didn't find it. And then I need one more bow, which is also available in Caprice. So I just need to find 2 items there. And then with boots, I've ascended every one and I'm still 3 items away, which sucks. And then with medicine, I think it's the same thing. And then with clothes, I just don't have the shards to finish the last couple of items, but I'm not even close to 45 there either. So yeah, I got nothing. Man, I was actually so psyched for the basement to be something else, like to have more space, and now it's not. I mean, in the end, it's not a huge deal, but it's still a little bit disappointing. All right, discount, surcharge, small talk, nice, discount. Oh, see, that's so smooth. If I small talk, discount, surcharge, sell, small talk, sell, discount, surcharge. That's so smooth. Actually, I don't waste any tier 10s and it's like perfecting energy. Wow, that's actually so nice. Yeah, Vox, I only have 2 pack items. The only 2 pack items that I have are the Mountain Magnets and the Maplewood Gale. That's all that I have. So my only options for other items are King's Caprice old items. That's all I got. Yeah, for sure. The lines at that level are definitely pay to win. Absolutely. Yes, Lewis. Bin in basement still counts as bins in your shop. It's basically, it says keeps functionality. So you can decorate your shop however you want. Your bins can be in your basement. Your racks can be in your basement. You can do whatever you want with your entire shop, and everything's still functional. The only thing is that any of these racks that are sitting in your basement obviously won't have items on them, but they're actually still upgradable. You can still do everything that you would, but it's just removing them from your shop so that you can decorate it how you want. So it's actually pretty cool. Did not think through that one. I'm 100 energy short. Not bad. Okay, that'll work. What did I do here? Oh, yeah, okay. I just actually have to remember to use the failed discounted items because it's hard to remember that sometimes. So discount. Surcharge, small talk. Refuse. It works. I like it a lot. That's actually pretty sweet. Yeah, it is. It's absolutely cosmetic only. It doesn't allow any more slots. It doesn't really increase anything, but it is nice. Oh, that's interesting, Lewis. I didn't think about that. So people who are playing on a phone that can't really handle loading everything, it's actually nicer for them to place a bunch of stuff in the basement and have to load less stuff. I never thought about that, but that's actually pretty cool. Jonathan, with basement, it's purely cosmetic. It doesn't allow you to have any more spaces. It says 80 out of 80. It's going to stay at 80 out of 80. It's purely so that you can put a bunch of your racks down there or bins or whatever you want down there so that your shop is less cluttered and you can actually decorate it how you want. It doesn't allow you to have any more. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's not, you can't have 80 racks. You need one counter and one chest. You're not allowed to put this away. It doesn't let you. Even if you have 0 inventory, it doesn't let you. I know that said inventory space, but it's not possible, so. Come on, really? Discount. Yeah, so max is 78, and then for the upgrade, they're at 104. So for max energy, you go 104 times 78, and that's how you get max energy. All right, so we've made 199 mil so far. Not bad. Man, that's so crazy profit-wise. I've actually thought about creating basically in-game goals that I still want to achieve because I feel like for a long time it's been like, okay, I'm pretty much end game and I'm just going to keep playing to keep investing, you know? But I've started coming up with a full list of everything that I actually want to still accomplish in game, that I still want to finish. So I'm almost done kind of compiling that list of things that I still want to complete, and I'll probably make a video about it soon, but just talking about all of the things that I still want to complete in game. And even like before the 2 new workers come out and stuff, there is some things that I want to get done. Like one of the big things was having every single item from each chest. And now that that's done, like I've got every single blueprint from every chest, right? 6 out of 6, 13 out of 13, 6 out of 6, 6 out of 6, etc. Right? Like I got every one. The other big goal that I had was to get 15 stars or 11 stars, depending on what they are, in every single one for energy discount. I finished all that. Another big one is obviously getting every single item in the game mastered, which I only have 29 more, and they're all almost on the last stage. So like I'm getting pretty close to all the things that I wanted to do, but there's still a handful of things that are goals for me. So I'm gonna put that list together and actually start working towards them pretty soon. Yes, 10 night crowns for 2.5 mil. It feels so good when workers come in and offer you like 10 tier 10s that you know you can get like 1.5 mil for, and it's like the cost of one of them. It's so nice. I'm actually pretty excited for the basement. Like I know it's disappointing because it's simply cosmetic and we can't get more than 8100 energy, but still I feel like there's so much more potential just to like have a cool looking shop and have it how you want it to be, because if you only need 144 items or whatever people are saying is like the recommended amount for maximum customer flow, then it's actually fine to only have like 4 or 5 of each out. Like you don't even need more than that. So if you can store the majority of them and then just actually make your shop look how you want rather than every single space just like packed full, because that's the only way that it can actually function. I think it's going to be really nice. How much money have you guys made in the event so far? I'm sure everyone's not tracking it to the point that I am, but I'd be interested to know. Come on. Will this work? No, I thought it was gonna work. Okay. Please someone look at a pet. Kind of stuck myself. Vox, do you think that, like, I'm thinking that there's going to be another calculation needed once basement is a thing to figure out maximum customer flow, because if there's a bunch of like racks or something in your basement but they don't have items on them, does that mean that you're still going to have the same customer flow that you would have if they were like in your shop floor? You know what I mean? Like, I'll be interested to see if you still need X amount of racks out so that you still have optimal customer flow, or if customer flow will be based on something other than how many items are available. Like, I wonder if they'll change that up. I'm sure they've thought of it, but I'll just be interested to see kind of how that plays out, you know? $100 mil, 116, 200 mil. Oh yeah, Christian, I forgot you're pretty much max. Okay, you think it'll stay the same though at 140 items? Wow, everyone's like close to 100 mil already. That's crazy. I wonder what'll happen with the market with tier 10s. Because I'm sure that the market's got to go up. They've been around base value basically since they came out, so I wonder if they're going to go up or not. Gold price 865 is the cheapest, so they're 100k over base, which has never really happened. So that's interesting. These are all pack items. So this is the first dagger. Oh, because it's the lowest energy to surcharge, probably. Interesting. Okay, but they're still around 100k over, maybe a little bit more. We don't know anything, Jacob. We don't know levels or details or like anything at all on basement. We're flying blind. I'll be excited to see though. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure it'll be a certain level to upgrade with gold or gems if you're lower level, like every single other expansion is. I'm sure it'll be that way, but who knows? Yeah, it's true. We don't know how many slots are going to be in the basement, too. Like, I doubt there's going to be 70 slots that you can just put everything that you own in the basement and then just decorate your shop however, and it could be completely empty. Like, we don't really know. Yeah. So daggers are the cheapest amount of energy to surcharge. Any idea why it's only 100k more than the base price for tier 10? Because it's so much energy to surcharge. 1660, like, there's so few players that are going to be able to achieve 1600 energy in like a timely manner or one that actually makes sense for you to do consistently, that I think tier 10s are always going to be like really profitable if you're willing to sit there and sell them, simply because the average player is not going to have the ability to sell them consistently. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm thinking during this event, just because so many people are focused on selling and trying to make as much money, that they're going to go up. But I think consistently going forward, tier 10s are going to be 100k over their base value and very little more. I don't know that, but that's my assumption. Yeah, that's true. Jeremy said you can upgrade the basement. I'm assuming that that's just more slots. Like, it might start at like 5 that you can store, and then it'll go up to like 10, 15, 20. Like, you don't know how many exactly, but I think that's just slots of storage, not like, it's not going to increase the 80 out of 80. It's just going to say, okay, you can now store 10 items or 20 items in the basement to clear out shop space. Because think about it, tier 9 items are like 800 energy. This is 1660. So even the energy difference between tier 9 and tier 10 is double, and tier 9s are half the value of tier 10s. So it just makes more sense to sell tier 9s than it does tier 10s anyway. Although, like, per piece, it's not as profitable, it still makes more sense to do it this way. Yeah, it says 1 to 5% is 6k plus energy. Yeah, I would say, well, 6k plus. Probably closer to 1%, honestly. Like, I don't know, but probably 1% of players actually have that much energy. Like, that was a heck of a grind to get that high of energy. Man, these small talks have been good today. I don't want to jinx it, but I'm loving it. It's so nice. I always find myself like 10 to 50 energy short. Just like that little bit extra would be so nice. The rune stones are part of their own tree, but they don't have like, there's no rewards for it. Like, it shows you how much that you've done, but there's not a reward or an extra benefit from it. It's just the item itself. Yeah. Less than 0.5% of players. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I've been there for so long that I don't really think about it, but you guys are probably right. I'm sure a lot less of the player pool than I just assume and speak to has that high of an energy cap. You're right. See, this is the thing too. Like, if I'm sitting at 1630, like, I actually am at the point that I kind of want to find the one that has, because this one has 59 more energy required, and if I'm that close, it actually makes sense for me to stop and try to find the one with the highest energy to surcharge within the items that I have available to me. Wow, Catcher. That's actually so good, though. He says that he's super active, spent money on the game. He's been playing 5 months and he's at 5k energy. I think that's a huge accomplishment. Like, honestly, it took me, well, free to play, but like 14 months or something of playing the game before I was close to max energy. Like, it took over a year for sure to get there. But I mean, that's the thing, is that those of us who started the game together, like when it first started, we all kind of were going up together. So there wasn't anyone in the game really that we were looking to and saying like, "Oh my goodness, this dude has max energy. We need to get there." It was just like all of us had 1k energy together. All of us had 2k energy together. Like, it wasn't, I think it wasn't like as, I don't want to say competitive, but like the expectation to have a crazy amount of energy wasn't there because nobody had it. So it wasn't like, what, you don't have that. It was just like a normal thing that we didn't expect every player to have close to max energy. It's just because the game's been out for so long now. Like, you guys with 4400 and 1800 energy, I remember those times and thinking like, I'm doing really well. I have more energy than the majority of my guild, and we're a top 10 guild in the world. You know what I mean? The only reason that it seems less for players right now is just because the game's been out so long and it seems like less, but it really, I don't think is at all. Like, that's huge. But then again, back then, the highest tier in the game was tier 7, so I mean, with 2000 energy, you could rip through tier 7 sales pretty good, right? Like, it was kind of just a different feel. I'm getting a lot of backfires right now. risenRuin, my friend. How are you? Good to see you. Christian, that is actually a good call. He says it took him 5 months or 3 months and a half to get max energy because his guild just helps so much. That is a huge thing. I mean, when you're sitting around waiting for guild helps, and especially like when people will pay for upgrades for you and like just help you out a lot, and you have like a good progressive guild who's really pushing to like play lots and help you to progress, it does make a massive difference for sure. Holy, so many small talks. Walks, yeah. It's true, man. I mean, it's definitely different when you're in a huge guild and there's a big expectation for you to, invest $1 billion a week, and then you're sitting there thinking like, "Oh, what? Pardon me? $1 billion per week? Seems a bit of a tall order, if you will." Holy. Actually, I don't mind the backfires, which is so weird, but it just allows me more flexibility to do what I want with my energy. It's actually kind of nice. Because then I have these two that I can then discount later and guarantee myself a successful sale. It's actually kind of nice. Or that. That works too. We're getting close to the 1 hour mark. We'll update our gold when we get there. Got you a new guild. That's always a good sign. It always feels good. That's good, man. Moving up in the world. You know, it's interesting, this week I was thinking about just gameplay and kind of getting bored in a way, like finishing a couple huge goals lately that I've had for a long time, and like having a couple other goals in mind in game that I want to do, but after that thinking like actually it wouldn't be a bad idea for me to switch over and focus on like my new account and just be able to play through it and level up and like kind of play through things again, and it would be fun. And then all of a sudden the announcement comes out for more like for the basement and more workers and stuff, like new content, and I was like, okay, I can wait on that for a little bit. Pretty funny. It got me psyched again. Odd Beatty, hey, how's it going? What's up, Dana? Good to see you, man. Yeah, we're on the grind, man. I'm actually leaving tomorrow morning for a couple of days with my wife and kids out to Banff for a couple of days just to get away. So tonight is my only chance to sell through stuff for the weekend, and otherwise I'll be in phones off mode for a bit. Life's been busy and yeah, exhausting, so I'm excited to get away for a couple of days. It'll be really nice. So yeah, man, tonight's the grind, hang out with everyone and stream, and then tomorrow I'll be off for a couple of days. How much of your inventory that you were making is level 1? We had 900 double enchanted tier 10s going in, I think. Something like that. Like I had almost max inventory, all double enchanted tier 10s. I had a few smaller items just because I was working on mastering today, but I have a lot of double enchanted tier 10s that I'm ready to sell through. Like a lot. There's just a handful of other ones and then just some random like tier 1s, but less than 100 probably. Everything else is a big item. You know what I'm thinking? I guess that doesn't work. I was thinking that if I have like 1100. No, how much energy would that be? Like if I go here and I don't get that success and then I'm sitting at like 600 energy, then maybe I don't discount right away. I don't know, just trying to think of like my order of surcharging and discounting, but so far it's working okay. Yeah, Todd, it's true, man. Especially for guys sometimes, like, healthy for us to get away. I've been homeschooling the kids. Well, my one daughter. And I mean, it's awesome and we have a good time together and it's all good, but sometimes you just need to get out of the house and get some fresh air and just enjoy some time not in the living room or in the kitchen, you know? So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Not much progress in Shop Titans, but you know what? That is okay. Oh, come on. Yeah. Christian, for real, man. This seems like less than 50% at this point. There we go. But if you use this method with max energy, man, I'm telling you, it's actually pretty good. There's no energy wasted. I kind of like it. Yeah, Kyriel, I know what you're saying, man. I think especially when winter comes on, it's actually like, it's so nice to get off the couch and get active, get back to the gym, like do something, because it's easy to get cooped up in winter and yeah, it's definitely not good for you. I think I'm gonna grab a Jones. Seems like a good plan. Is this it? Yeah. I'm actually pretty happy so far. We haven't accidentally sold a discounted double enchanted tier 10, so I'm hoping that that does not happen at any point tonight, but we'll see. Oh, Todd, that sounds amazing, man. He said he made a habit of spending at least one weekend away from the house per month. Yeah, man, that's awesome. You need that sometimes. Actually, there was a... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can go through the energy method. I mean, yeah, you guys are right. It probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense when there's very few people who are close to max, but I can just explain like my thought process around it. So anyway, Jones, Berry Lemonade. I only have 2 left, you guys. I need to get another case soon. Maybe I'll go get one next week. Oh, wow. Hold on, can you guys... Probably can't read it. It says prosperity and love are in reach. Dang. Okay, so essentially every small talk gets me 800 energy and each discount gets me 800 energy. So those combined will get me the 1600 that I need. So I'm either looking for 1 discount and 1 small talk to get me to 1600 for a surcharge, or I'm looking for 2 small talks to get me there. So in this case, I know that this one discounts for 800. So if this is successful small talk, if it's not, then I would discount for the 800 and get there. So I'll move over, small talk, success, discount. It didn't discount. I clicked it, but apparently I didn't click it. Okay, try again. So I'm gonna small talk this. If it works, I should get up enough to surcharge. If it's not quite enough, I just pick a tier 1, discount it. I'll get the little bit of extra. And I can surcharge, small talk. If that's successful, again, I'll have enough. Surcharge, small talk. So that's pretty much it at the moment, but if I get some fails here, then I'll show you the method of utilizing the failed small talk to make sure that I get a successful one. Yeah, I get gold. I love gold. That's true. Yo, that's awesome, Todd. Yeah, I love Jones Soda, man. Yeah, they do custom labels and like people submit the labels and then they'll print them on their bottles. So it's all like individual pictures on bottles and stuff. It's pretty cool. All right. Still haven't got a fail, so this is not super helpful to explaining, but that's okay. Okay. Here we go. Fail. Okay. So I have two failed small talks here. So essentially I have two discounts. I don't actually want to sell it, but I can utilize it for energy. So if I small talk this, okay, so I have three failed. So when I get some more customers, I'll explain it. No problem. All right, 5 minutes and we will update gold. Okay, so if this is successful, please be, then I have the 800 that I need. So I need one discount to get there. So I'll go over here. I'll discount this item to get the 800. Go back over and I have that for surcharge, right? So I sell that, that item's gone. But then I still have this item that I don't want to sell. I want to keep this item and I've used it, but I need to have positive 800 energy to be able to get rid of it. So I just got this new item. If I small talk it and then just sell it tier 1, so all I'm doing is basically selling a tier 1 item. Then now I have 900 energy from that tier 1, and then I can refuse this. It costs me 800, which is what I got from the discount, and then I'm back to square one. So essentially I'm using these items that I'm able to discount for 700 or 800 energy to remove any RNG. So like, let's say I don't have quite enough here. If I try to small talk this and it's a failure, then I don't get to surcharge anything and I'm just sitting there with just this awkward bunch of items. But if I can use this as a discount, then I can surcharge this, use this one, sell it tier 1, and then get rid of the one that I just utilized for energy. Then basically it wastes no energy, it wastes no items because it was a failed item anyways. There's no RNG. Did it fail? Did it succeed? Every single two successes, I'm able to surcharge an item, and I'm only using tier 1s as fodder. So it just allows me to sell items basically with 100% efficiency with my small talk. So in my opinion, it's like the perfect way to utilize tier 10s basically to surcharge each other and use tier 1s basically just as free energy fodder. I hope that made sense. Might have been a little confusing, but like normally I would refuse, but if it's a fail, then I don't have to refuse the item because I can just use it to get the 800 that I need and then deny it later. So that just means that I guarantee myself a surcharge so that if that small talk would have been a fail, then I'm not missing out on a surcharged item. Like it just allows me to have a 100% success rate for surcharges. So here I don't have a failed small talk to use. So let's say I try to small talk this. If that was a fail, I would only have like 600 energy and I wouldn't get this surcharge. But if I had another item that I could discount to get up to this much, then I can guarantee that I can surcharge this item. So I'm just making sure that I don't waste any energy. I think it makes sense. I just thought of it while streaming on Tuesday, so I don't know. I think it works though. Good night, Myla. Good night. So cute. So this one, for example, I had I had like 1,000 energy, so if this small talk was successful, I could have surcharged it, but because of RNG, it didn't have a success, which means I lost 500 energy, and now I don't get to surcharge this item. But if I would have had another item to discount, then I would have got to surcharge it. So using the other items just guarantees that I'm not relying on RNG for anything. And I am out of some fodder items. All right, music, no worries, man. Talk to you later. Have a good dinner. I mean, I guess that is like the high intensity way of doing it, though. Like, it does require a lot of attention and making sure that I'm optimizing everything, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So it's not necessary. Like, I could just keep going, and if it fails, I deny them. If it succeeds, I keep rolling and get what I can out of each item. But I like optimizing everything. It's why I like this game. Good question, Mika. So essentially, hold on, let me just make a couple items here. Small talk is a function of percentage of your max energy. So if you have 8,000 energy, which I have right now, each time you get a successful small talk, you get up to 10% of this number. So the reason you get 200 is because you have 2,000 energy total. But I get more because I have 8,000. But also, let's say I small talk this guy, it's successful, so I get up to 900. You have to go 8,000 minus 900 times 10%. So if I small talk again and it's successful, I'll only get 710 instead of 800 because the energy that you have in the bank counts against the 10%. And then if you fail, you lose 7% of your total energy. So if this is a failure, though, I would lose like 600 energy or something like that. So let's try it. Small talk, it works. I get up 710, and then I should have enough to surcharge the next item. So that's pretty much how it works. The more max energy that you have, the better. That's why in a lot of videos and stuff, things that I talk about, it's always advocating for having the most energy possible because that's how you are going to make the most money. Boom. Oh yes, time to update gold. Good call. We didn't start till 5 minutes after anyway, so this is good timing. Good call. Perfect. Ten percent of missing energy. That's it. That's a better way to put it. That's much clearer. All right. Yeah, 450 mil an hour is not a bad rate. I don't mind that at all. Don't mind. Oh, what? Mika, thank you so much. Appreciate it. He said, thanks for always being a help. Your stream is always great to learn from. Man, thank you so much. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Luke, hello, hello. Holy shnikes, 450 an hour. Yeah, it's not bad, eh? I'll take it. I love these events. It's actually amazing. So good. Thank you, Mika. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to put that towards my wife and I's hotel room tomorrow, if that's okay with you. Thank you. Any of you guys going to be around Banff tomorrow? Meet up? Dan with the follow. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Does it affect your talk percentage if you refuse a customer? As far as I know, nothing affects your small talk percentage. It should just be a flat 70%. I mean, wow, Big Boy Craft. Moving up. Let's go. What was I saying? So annoying when things craft this good. Yeah, nothing should really affect your success rate. Like, that's the interesting thing in this game. I think when I first started, I was worried about like customers sitting here at your counter for too long or whatever. Like, there's no rating for your shop. There's nothing that affects like, are customers happy or not? Like, even when you suggest items and you see like, this is a happy face, this is a sad face, there's green faces and red faces, like none of that matters. The only thing that this affects is basically if it's a like item, like this is boots and this is boots, because they're like items you get a happy face. Because these are non-like items, then you don't get happy faces. If it's green, it's the exact same item. That's the only thing. So it costs you less energy to suggest that item compared to others, but it doesn't actually affect anything. So yeah, you don't really have to worry about any of that stuff. Oh, I just got rid of a successful or a failed small talk. That's okay. We don't have to optimize everything, I guess. I guess. Luke, that's funny, man. I'm sorry. I know some people make 450 mil in a month. Some people do it in an hour. What can you do? Yo, Kyrico, that's awesome. That's like 20 mil. So nice. Do any of these have less than 1600 for surcharge? 1601, 1601, 1601. Ugh, so annoying. Okay, that's fine. I discount it and they get nothing out of it. Come on. Okay, that's fine. Discount, surcharge. It is actually a lot of work to optimize energy like this, but it feels pretty good not to waste anything, I'm not gonna lie. The nephew that was talking earlier, that's the one I played Fortnite with a couple of times. He's awesome. I wonder if he might still be watching, but... I know, Kyrico, they sell almost immediately at 9.5 mil. It's so nice. Can you possibly make a second free-to-play account? I have one. Normally, well, we were playing it on Tuesdays for some of the stream on Tuesdays, but I just haven't for a bit because there's been a lot going on this account. But yeah, I'll definitely be playing on it more in the future. But yes, we named it Robbed Mods, as if I was stolen from. And he's level 38 right now. I haven't honestly been playing on him much at all, but I'm sure in the future I'll be trying to do that quite a bit more, but just haven't as much recently. What do I do with tier 1 epic legendaries? Nothing. Suggest them for fodder. That's it. Like, I don't care what rarity the tier 1 is, I'll just suggest it, discount it, sell it, keep going. That's interesting. Do I surcharge this or not? Sell it normally? Actually don't mind doing this. Okay, this is not a clean sequence. Okay, never mind. Not what I was gonna do, but if I got another successful small talk there, I would have just surcharged the one item because it's a one-shot item anyway, so it doesn't matter, but it's all good. Not a big deal. My main tip for new players. Put your bins away. That's pretty much it. No, if you watched the last guide that I put out, what was it, like 3 days ago, 2 days ago? The one about the 7 common mistakes, those are pretty much the thing I tell to like every single new player that I talk to. Like, I pretty much just laid out every single tip that I tell to all of the newer players. So like, just give that a listen. If you have questions or whatever, like, I always reply or try to always reply to Discord messages and stuff, so feel free, like, anytime to ask. But that's pretty much it. Like, don't spend gems too early, don't spend ascension shards too early, don't have too many bins out, max energy as much as you can, don't focus on heroes a whole lot early game, don't try to progress too fast and try to get to tier 9s when you only have 1,000 energy, things like that. Androx, what's up, man? Good to see ya. I've been good, man. I've been really good. Seems like it's been a long week. Heading out to Banff for a couple of days, starting tomorrow with the wife and the kids, so looking forward to it. Should be really nice. Otherwise, not a whole lot, man. Just enjoying the event. This is the only time that I can play this weekend because I'm away, so we're going to try to rip through as much inventory now as we possibly can. I do not have my own Discord server, no. You can find me on the main Shop Titans Discord server. I'm also on Shop Talk and ST Central, and we have our own guild Discord as well. So lots of different places that you can find me on Discord. I'm on all of them. It's all raw mods. It has the same logo and everything, so should be pretty easy to find me. Feel free to message me whenever. Shot one up to kill. Rob, would you mind check my shop out? Maybe later. This is the only chance that I have to sell in game this weekend, so I just want to get through as much as I can, but I'm definitely up for checking out shops a little bit later for sure. Happy to do that. And it's actually been so fun. Excuse me, this Jones is getting to me. It's been so fun checking out people's shops, like the last couple streams we've been doing it a lot. It's been awesome. I really enjoy it actually. risenRuin, I think, yes, you talked about energy and tiers in the video, but do you have an idea of how much energy you should have with each tier of item? I would say you should not be selling items that their surcharge value is more than 30 to 35% of your total energy. So just as an example, if you have 1,000 energy, you shouldn't be selling items that have more than 300 to 350 energy total needed to surcharge the item. I think that's your sweet spot, just because of how small talks break down. Because as soon as you have more than 30% energy. If you have a failed small talk, you're losing more than you would be gaining. And so it's wasteful to try to sell anything that's worth more than 30% of your total energy pool. So try to keep below that. So if you just take the average item that you're selling, so mine's 1600, and that is 30% of what number, and that's how much energy that you should have to be able to sell that item efficiently. So I haven't done the math myself on it, but that should be pretty easy. Yeah, I'm from Alberta. I am. Do you know by my my accent or what? I guess I've said it lots on stream too, but yeah, I am. Luke asks, is it a good idea if I have 1.75k energy to discount tier 6, tier 7? During the event, yes. Otherwise, probably not. Like, you need to try to only discount items that are like at least maybe 3 tiers below what you're selling. So if you're selling tier 7s, try to stick to like tier 4s or else you're losing too much money. But during this event, because you're making so much money, do whatever you want. You're still making money. Just try to sell as quickly as you can during the event. Yes, Turf. Good to see you, man. In for a bit. Better Deals is amazing. I know. It's so nice. Yes, I have been talking about Banff. Yeah, for sure. I live probably 2.5 hours from Banff. Oh, come on, really? Oh, that's fine. Nice. Nice, D Sneaks. Well, welcome to the stream, man. That's awesome. Welcome, welcome. St. Albert, no way, really? That's awesome. Very cool, man. We are not too far away. Oh, I thought that was going to get me there. That works. Or does it? See, that's the thing too. I'm wondering, like tier 9s like this, it comes up as 450k, so I'm making an extra, couple 100,000 from it. But I'm wondering if it's really worth me spending my energy on that when I'm making like 1.4 mil from double enchanted tier 10s right now. You know what I mean? Like I'm making such a huge amount from other items that it's almost not even worth me surcharging tier 9s right now. Like even though that looks crazy and I'm making a mil each one, it's almost not even worth me doing that. I don't really know. I might be wrong, but it doesn't feel worth it. Can I sell an item worth like 300 energy here? Yeah, let's go. No, I wanted that 1066. Shoot. I finally got to redecorate my shop, and then they go and say something about a basement. Man, I'm so excited for basement though. Like we're gonna be able to decorate our shop so much differently. We're actually gonna have space. It's not gonna have to look like this monstrosity. I think it's gonna be pretty sweet. Oh, I didn't think about that, D Sneaks. That's funny because there is in leaderboards there's global, national, and regional. So in Canada, as far as I know, I'm number 1 net worth. Regional, number 1. And I know that Demon Wolf is from Canada, actually, because somebody else told me that, so it must be somewhat accurate anyway. Oh, come on, really? Get selling, Kairiko. Let's go. Actually, I'm thinking tier 9 items will get like over surcharge value during this event. They normally do, just because so many people are able to sell them quickly. So, I mean, if you're stuck with a ton of items, as long as they're not tier 10s, you should be able to sell them in market for a ton during this event anyway. Like, I don't think it's actually a huge deal during the event, especially if you're not able to sell everything yourself, just because market does get ridiculous during this event generally. Oh my gosh, Scotty, don't even say it, man. Bill flippin' decorated my shop. Look how ugly it is. But yes, we could have Bill decorate the whole shop. That would actually be so funny. And I'm just not allowed to look. That's the funny thing, is that when he was over, I wasn't planning on spending any gems that day. And then we just like got laughing and things were just funny. And I ended up spending, or letting him spend, what was it, like 11,000 gems or something like that? Like, just something absurd. It was really funny though. Like, we had an awesome day together. Just funny how brothers can do that to you, you know? No, Turf, they said recently that you won't be going over 80 cap. It's just cosmetic. It's just so that you can put stuff away and put it in your basement. To clear up shop space, you can decorate it differently. There's not going to be more than 80. Just aesthetics, which is unfortunate, but yeah. Nope. They've confirmed that it isn't just cosmetic. Hello from Germany. Alexandru, welcome, welcome. What's up, Jinjox? Welcome to the stream. If I have 1700 energy, is it better to use tier 4 as fodder, discounting to get energy, or tier 1 because they craft faster so you can small talk and sell more? I think it's totally going to depend on like the feel of your shop, and like what you're trying to sell. I think it, like, for the most part, there's generally going to be like, what do you call it? Like, basically certain numbers that you need to hit in order to be surcharging what you want. Like, let's say if I get 2 successful small talks in a row and I need to discount one tier 4, then I'll have the energy to surcharge my tier 8. You know what I mean? Like, there's probably a certain energy cap that you need to hit, or an energy value that you need to hit, before you're able to surcharge whatever you need to. So really just figuring that out for yourself. Like, if you can small talk and discount 2 tier 1s and get the energy that you need to surcharge, that's great, and you don't need to waste your tier 4s. But if you just need like that extra 100 energy or whatever, an extra 80 energy to get to the exact number to surcharge what you need to, and you're just finding it a lot smoother to discount items, then do that. I think especially during this event, you can definitely justify kind of doing whatever you want, so you can just sell as fast as you possibly can. But yeah, in general, the gameplay, that's probably not the best, but just figure out whatever's smoothest for you in your shop. Yeah, surcharging cost Lux items are still crazy because they're like 900 to 1,000 to surcharge, and they're worth the same as a tier 10, which is 1,600. So Lux items are actually crazy for surcharging just because they require so much less energy for the same amount of money. Yeah, I absolutely agree, for sure. Yeah, everyone can balance their shot better, but yeah, it is frustrating that we can't get over that. Nice, Turf. That's awesome. It always feels really good to get cool heroes like that. Very cool. Oh man, so many fails. Alright, come on. Sorry guys if I'm going really fast with customers and stuff. Like moving energy around. I know it might be confusing to watch, but just trying to optimize everything. Tier 4 robes. I have them ascended too, so let's see. Oh, that's cool. No components spent. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, it sucks because it has 2 different tier 1 resources, so I mean, if you're only doing it to make fodder and you don't care about the resources spent, then it doesn't really matter, but as like a normal craft, it always drove me crazy when there was 2 different types of tier 1 resources in one main craft. Come on. No, really? I think the tier, what is it, tier 4 ring? Tier 2 ring. These are pretty good too, because there's only 4 resources needed, so they craft super fast, and those are worth like, they sell for 15k each. Like, those are actually insane. Man, I'm so burpy from this Jones today. My goodness, sorry guys. I'm all over the map today. The more I do this energy technique, the more I like it. Feels smoother and smoother every time. Yeah, that's nice. So if we keep up this pace and I'm able to stream for like 4 hours tonight, we could make like, man, 1.8 billion would be pretty crazy in one night. Most of, well, about half of that just being profit. That'd be real nice. Yeah, Ube, I agree, man. I was trying the same thing and I think it's really good. I legitimately, I think that it's good. So he says, I've been discounting tier 10s to surcharge tier 10s. I have 4.4k energy and it's more profitable than selling tier 9s. I agree. I agree. Because ultimately, if you're able to buy a tier 10 for 800k, 850k, you sell it for 400k. So yes, you lose 500. Let's say you lose 500k on it after you discount it and buy it from market even. Lose 500k, but by getting that extra 800 energy, you're able to then surcharge a tier 10, which is 1.5 mil, let's say 1.6 mil, plus your bonuses. So like probably close to 2 million at that point. And you bought it for 700k, so you're making 1.3 mil or something. Like something, I don't know, you're making a lot. So if you're missing, like you're losing 500k, but you're making over 1 million on a sale, that math works out in my mind. Like it actually is worthwhile discounting tier 10s at this point just to get the energy up to surcharge others. Pretty wild. But I totally agree with you. I'd be more inclined to spend energy and get the tier 10 I discounted back. I mean, that's what I'm essentially doing, is like, for a lot of these, like, that's a backfire, right? So if I get a success, and then I discount this, and I go back here and I surcharge this guy, which I will do, then I guess I could do it here, just to show you. Then I need to get that 800 energy back so that I don't lose this item. Of course I'm going to do that because it's enchanted, but if this was not enchanted and I was just doing it for the sake of like trying to sell through items as quickly as possible, I wouldn't waste the 800 energy because I can use this 800 to get a lot of money back. I'm just getting the energy back to make sure I keep the item because I have double enchants on it, so it's obviously much more expensive than just like a random item that I can get rid of. But yeah, I totally agree. Come on. Is that gonna work? Yeah. Like, I agree with the sentiment of using the 800 energy to keep the item, but then, honestly, with an event like this, depending on how much energy that you have, I think it makes just as much sense to sell that item and keep going and use that 800 that you would be using for the next item to keep making 1 million, rather than like trying to hold on to every single item. Like, if you can do it faster by not trying to keep every single item, as long as there's not enchants on it, I think that actually makes more sense. Yeah, man, it's actually pretty crazy. Like, I think this is only going to be viable, obviously, as the prices allow. Like, if tier 10s in the market were like 1.2 million instead of 800k, then it wouldn't make sense to do that. But just because they're so cheap, there's nothing wrong with discounting tier 10s for that extra energy. I think it's good, actually. I never thought I'd say that, but because before I was like, yeah, you should never be like discounting anything that you don't need to, blah, blah, blah. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, for the sake of speed, and how profitable it actually is, there's nothing wrong with it. Because even without the event, surcharging tier 10s by discounting tier 10s with current market prices is still really profitable. Like 300k, 400k each time that you do it, and you're discounting a tier 10, like that includes the discount. It's actually pretty wild. So with this event, it just makes everything more profitable. There we go. I was looking for the 1660 and I couldn't quite get it, but we got it. All good. Like for that, basically I just paid more. Like I paid 350k more to make sure that I had the energy to surcharge this. Sure, it cost me 350k extra, but I just made 1.8 million, so who cares? I made 1.8 and lost 300k, who cares? You know what I mean? Like at this point, depending on what prices look like, speed is actually what matters, not ultra efficiency. Just because there's so many tier 10 items in the game. No, don't like that. There we go. All right, we're about an hour and a half in, and we've made 688 mil. Not bad. Yo, you guys from the States, do you guys have Bulk Barn? B-U-L-K B-A-R-N. Oh, wait, never mind. I don't think you do. Because on the window it says Canadian. I don't think you do. Never mind. Basically, it's like a store that you go in and they just have everything that you could ever want in bulk. So you can buy like whatever candies or chocolate or like pretty much anything that you could possibly want that's bad for you. And buy it cheap because it's all just like in bins and for bulk. And it is actually incredible. I love it. We went there yesterday. It's an amazing place. It's like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, but you have to pay for it. It's awesome. 2,700. Well, at that point, it might not work because you still need to get up to 800 first so that your discount gets you up to 1,600. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, would it work if you discounted 2 tier 10s to surcharge 1? You'd be losing a mil and making... No, I'd probably about break even. I don't think that's worthwhile unless you can get up to 800. If you can get up to 800, then you could make it work, but that might be a little painstaking with only 2,700. I don't know. I'm not sure. Man, I love this event. So good. Oh, so rude. Yeah, this method is actually so nice. Yeah, Turf, try it out, man. If you can get 800 is 30% of 2,700. So you get to 800, discounted tier 10, get to 1,600, surcharge the tier 10. I think you could make good money. Legit, I think you could do it. Try it out, man. Nothing wrong with trying. How's this gonna work? Aha, thank you. Aha. So nice. Not so nice. Oh, Turf, I didn't realize, yeah. If you don't have the energy discount for it, then it'd be 1,800 energy. So, and if you don't have the items master, you don't have the 10% or the 25% gold bonus too. So it probably won't work at all. Bro, I didn't think about it at all. I'm sorry. That's funny. Hey, man. You'll never learn if you don't try. You know what I mean? All good. I might have led you a bit astray there, but that's okay. My bad, man. That's funny. Oh, come on, really? How's there nothing here I can surcharge? My goodness. Man, so many backfires right now. So annoying. Oh, okay. You're working on mastering tier 7s, yeah. I forgot about that. Because with energy discount, it makes a huge difference, and with surcharge value, it makes a huge difference. So if you don't have those, it won't really work. Makes sense. Ace, what's up, man? Good to see you. Wouldn't that be awesome if we could like take tests in game about how socially awkward we actually are in real life? And if we're not socially awkward, then it gives us a better percentage of small talk in game. That'd be awesome. Like your own personality skills in life would lend themselves to actually upgrading yourself in game. That would be pretty funny, actually. That's awesome. Man, Ace and Music, you guys killed it the last event. Not Tower, but like you guys got third, hey? Overall on the King's Caprice. I was watching you guys the whole time. Man, you guys did amazing. That's awesome. Nice, man. Congrats. That's huge. 20 training halls, awesome. That's true, actually. Something in one culture that's totally acceptable could be like totally off in another. That could complicate things. Yeah, but Ace second was like crazy, dude. Like trailing us right behind the whole time. It was nuts. Like if we took our foot off the pedal for like a day, they would have caught us. Like it was wild. So, man, pat yourselves on the back for third. That's awesome. What did I just do? I'm not sure what I just did. I meant to deny this one, but I think I denied another one. Not sure. What? In Japan, you're supposed to burp after eating food to show the chef you enjoyed the food. Really? I know that in a lot of Asian cultures, you're supposed to like eat loudly to communicate how much you're enjoying the food, but I didn't know about burping. Does anyone else have like interesting cultural norms where you live or that you know about that I'm sure in other cultures would seem a little bit odd, but to you it's just like normal or a way that you communicate like something positive? I'm always interested with that stuff. Like I heard in certain cultures you're supposed to like take your shoes off in some public places or keep your shoes on inside houses and stuff like that. And I always thought that it was weird because here it's just normal. Like you always take your shoes off before you go into a house. Like wearing shoes inside of a house is just weird to me. But I'm sure in other places that might not be the case. I don't know. Holy. Small talk fail city over here. This is nuts. Coming up on 2 hours. We'll be there pretty soon. Laura, welcome, welcome. Good to have you. Wow, so many fails. Crazy. Yeah, I guess gym shoes might be a little bit different. Holy moly. Ace, really interesting. We're talking about cultural norms for politeness and rudeness, but gotta know this stuff if I travel, you know? I mean, I'm sure in a lot of cultures, it's like rude not to eat at somebody's house or not to offer them food when you're at their house, which I think is pretty normal. Oh my goodness, all 6 of these. Oh, not all 6. I thought all 6 were fails. There we go. That would actually be funny. There was like different ways to interact. It wasn't just small talk, but it was like flirt with or threaten or bribe or something. That would be pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, when I was traveling in China, and especially like up in the mountainous parts, they would give me yak butter tea, which is basically like a super salty yak's milk that's kind of coagulated and thick and super weird. But it would have been extremely rude for me not to drink it while I was at their house. It was like a way of them welcoming me and stuff. So I had to get that stuff down, but it was not enjoyable by any means. Like, not to be rude to them, but just not normal. Like, I really just had to think of it as soup, you know, like a really salty, creamy soup for me to get it down. Like, just think, okay, I'm not drinking milk, I'm just drinking salty soup, and this is bearable. But yeah, it's definitely interesting, the different cultural stuff around the world. It's pretty crazy. I love experiencing other cultures, though. I think it's amazing. Indie Rax, what's up, man? Yes, I'll bribe someone. I'll pay you 10 gold if you give me an extra million. I think it's going to work really well. I think this is a really good idea. Oh boy, that did not work. What am I doing? Okay, I messed this up. This is the first time I've actually messed up my small talks tonight. That's fine. I had like 6 failures backed up anyway. Can't even get rid of this one. My goodness. Oh, it's Indy. You are the Indy. Okay. All makes a lot more sense now. Good to see you, man. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I always forget that people are like probably a lot later than I am right now. It's not even 8 o'clock here. There we go. Get some successes rolling in. Am I actually enchanting and surcharging tier 10 now? Only for the event mark. I'm just trying to make as much money during this event as I can. Normally I'm not, but yeah, for this event I'm just trying to make bank. I basically stocked up 900 plus double enchanted tier 10s to sell during this event. So that's why it looks like this. Like normally my gameplay, as you know, doesn't, but no, India, that's awesome. That's what I'm doing too. Tier 1 fodder, tier 10 items. Money. Yes, with 2600 it's not good, but good luck, man. Come on. So brutal. I actually went to a food festival when I was living in New Zealand one time, and they had like all sorts of weird food, and I ate pretty much everything that I could, and it was a pretty wild experience, but it was super fun. I had like those hoo hoo grubs, like the grubs that are like this big, still alive, like squirming around, and you just eat it whole, and it just it just crunches and then squirts all the nasty stuff into your mouth. It was horrible, but cool experience. And then I had a scorpion. I had some mountain oysters, kangaroo, crocodile, chicken foot, like all sorts of stuff. It was an experience. We'll put it that way, but it was pretty awesome. Good memory. Oh, Scotty, could you imagine? That would be amazing. A guild perk for better small talk percentage. I would pay anything for that, man. That would be awesome. Could you imagine? Yeah, that would be pretty sweet. Might be super OP, but who cares? That'd be awesome. Or like we said, do a personality test, and if your personality is more charming, then you get a better percentage. Like a real life personality test. Now we're talking. Come on, really? Get there. Not quite. We're like, yes, talk to my pet. Thank you. Nice. So that's the thing. Some of these ones that are like almost 1700 even with the discount, I'm thinking like, how am I going to sell that? I've double enchanted it. I have to sell it at some point, but I don't know. Like, I guess I could suggest this and discount it just so that I have like that extra energy and then try to get rid of like my really high value surcharges. Because then I'm not stuck with just like a ton of like 1700 instead of 1600s at the end. I don't know. Oh, Kairiko, could you imagine? That would actually be pretty sweet if you had like you know how you can obviously change what your shopkeeper looks like? But let's say on like a certain piece of clothing, you could enchant the piece of clothing to make you more appealing or better looking or something so that you have a better chance of a successful small talk depending on how you look. Man, we could come up with some good ideas. That would be awesome. Oh, actually, that works well. That works really well. For my high energy ones, like closer to 1700, if I get a fail and go down to like 500, and then I get a success and then discount one for 800 more, then I'm always sitting around 2000 and instead of 1600, so then I can use that extra for the higher energy cost ones. Now we're thinking. Yeah, that's good. I like that. like a like a cologne counter that you can go to and get all spiced up for your customers so that they'll small talk you. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Or dress, yeah, that's what we've been talking about too, is like it'd be so nice because a lot of your heroes, like, I mean, he doesn't look bad just because he looks, you know, just like an armored dude with a sword, but like some of these ones who have like different stuff, like these guys generally look pretty cool, but what is it, like the raven mask that makes you look really dumb? Like, it'd be nice if you could just change the look of some of the armor. You know what I mean? Like, you could choose what it looks like, even if it costs more, so that your guys don't look so dumb all the time. That would be really nice, but like, whether it be for your heroes or for your shopkeeper, it would be pretty nice to have more customizations in terms of armor and the way that things look. Nice. Oh, Indy, I didn't see when you put that message. Explain what? Sorry. My bad. That message could have been there for 5 minutes or right now. I'm not sure. My bad. Yeah, even just the color, like pretty much anything. It would be really nice. Indy, it's all good, man. No worries. All right, we're like 2 minutes away from the 2 hour mark. We're hoping for, yeah, I think we can hit 900 mil. We can aim for it anyway. Wait, how do I not have enough for this? 42. I was thinking with the next major update that they might increase the max level for these so that it's not 15, but it would be like 16 or 17 or whatever. Because this is only 75 mil for each upgrade, which obviously is a lot, but like if you could upgrade it more, but like your higher level ones that's like 100 mil each would add like 10 energy, which would allow us to have 800 more. Like just something little like that would actually probably change how endgame feels quite a bit. No. All right, 8 o'clock. I can wait a minute. I want to wait till 900 mil. I didn't start till 5 minutes after anyway, so I don't feel bad. I kind of want to put my 3 chests out again just so that I can finish these 2 quests. I'm actually just going to do hard ones right now. Just because I'm going to be leaving them overnight and not feathering them, so I don't mind just putting them on hard. And I'm gone the next couple of days anyway, so it does not really matter. Like, I'll be questing on my days off. Or, not days off, but you know what I mean. My couple days away, like, now and then, but I won't be playing a ton, so... yeah, that's fine. All right, we got the 900. Let's we'll switch the game goal 2 hours. Sweet. Come on. It's weird, like our first half an hour, it seemed like our success rate for small talks was like actually so good, like through the roof. And the last half an hour has seemed definitely subpar. Also, how are we doing on items? We're at 724, and at one point we were max at 1,000. But I also got a bunch of fodder items where I was almost max on non-fodder items when we started, so we probably sold... well, I guess I could just calculate it if I'm getting 3.75 mil average per item. Holy, that's actually not a ton of items. Because they take such a focused stream of successes just to like sell somewhat efficiently, it's actually much slower of a sales rate. Like I've sold less than 300 items then, and we're 2 hours in. Wow, it's so much slower selling tier 10s. I mean, I think just because of market prices, they're still much more profitable than tier 9s, but still, that's pretty crazy. That's much slower than I thought it was going to be. Very interesting. All right, y'all, update me on your gold. How's everyone doing so far? Everyone was between 80 and like 150 mil generally during the first hour, so I'm expecting better than that. How much has everyone made so far? It's slow at 8144. It's nightmarish at 2700. Yeah, man, tier 10s are a beast. They really are. They are a beast to sell through. Oh, I just don't know what to do here. 1610, I guess I can just sell this normally and surcharge this. I think that's fine. I was at 6 mil, at 80 now. Nice, man. 74 mil, that's pretty good. Attaboy. Love to hear it. Nikki Green with 300, nice. Be nice if I had more items available for no resources. That would make things so much easier. Not a huge deal, but 300 mil, Ube, nice. Good stuff. 42. All right, you guys should help me think of goals that I want to complete in game before I change my focus to another account, because there is, on one hand, there's some things that I'm getting kind of bored with, and it would be nice to be able to switch to a fresher account and just be able to play through things and make leveling guides and be able to work towards actual guides rather than just have my investment number higher. You know what I mean? So let me tell you what I have so far, and if you guys have any other ideas for things that I should complete soon. So obviously everyone has goals in game, such as 9 shop expands done, which is done, 80 furniture slots, which is done, 12 crafting slots, which is done, all 25 hero slots, which is done, all 8 market slots, etc. So all those things are done for me. When I hit level 80, which was a massive goal that I just hit, I had 1 quest slot to go, but I paid for that with 300 million gold. So that is now done. The next major goal that I had was to get all of my ascension lines to 15 stars, which I completed. Next was finishing all of my chest items, so unlocking every single chest item in the game, and that is now completed as of 3 days ago. Next is mastering every item in the game, which shouldn't take crazy amount of time, like probably within the next week I'll be completed that goal. Let's see what else I have. I want to get all the pet skins, like not the ones that you upgrade with gems, but the ones that take X amount of time to unlock. Like this one, see how I almost have the last hamster unlocked? So if you go to dog, I have the last dog unlocked just by feeding them X amount of times. I have all of the chickens unlocked. I have all the frogs unlocked. I have all the unicorns unlocked. I'm on the last hamster, and I haven't done a whole lot with cats. I still have a couple of more. So essentially I want to get every single non-gem pet skin unlocked. So that's a goal. Every item mastered, 936 ticks in every building. So if you guys don't know, if you get 936 ticks in every single building other than town hall and training hall, because those are just different beasts all on their own, then if every single player in the guild did that, you'd have level 18 buildings and everything. So our guild does have a level 18 buildings and everything. Now, depending on the tier of buildings, that's going to be between 1.5 and 4.5 billion gold. So my goal is to finish that. I have about 10 billion gold left until that goal is completed. So it's actually not crazy in terms of the amount that I still have to go on there, but it is still a decent chunk. So that'll be something that I'm aiming towards. So 936 ticks, all pet skins, every item mastered. Also, it would be really nice if I had an equal share in town hall and training hall, because I only have 21.8 billion in town hall, but I think I need something like 28 or something like that to have an equal share so that I'm at least holding my weight. It doesn't matter, but it's just something that I could check off the list and say like, yes, I did this. So that would be really nice to be able to at least say that I did. These are, no, Inn and Emerald Inn and Tavern both max at these levels, and you can't get them any higher, but it's really easy to get there. Obviously the basement, when it comes out, I want to have it fully expanded and unlocked, which is an obvious goal for all of us. And literally that's it. Those are like the final goals that I can think of. Everything's unlocked, everything's mastered. I've hit my goals for invests. And once that point happens, I don't really see like a huge push for me to like, I don't know. Like I just don't want to get bored, and I would like to play on a new account and be able to kind of play through again and be on more of an even playing field with the majority of players so that we can like be able to talk about things and I'll actually have insights into what's happening in game rather than just having everything completed. Like I think it would be really cool to do, but I just got to figure out like when I'm going to do that and what other goals I want to complete so that I can actually say like I completed everything that I wanted to in the game. So does anyone else have ideas for things that I could add to the list of things that I want to complete in game before I might switch over to a newer account? In terms of just my focus. Obviously, I'm still going to play this account for events and things like that, but I mean, the other major one obviously is Ascensions, but I'm not going to get, unless I spend $2,000 just on gems to open chests to ascend a bunch of items, it's not going to happen. And I'm not going to do that. And otherwise, it's like I'm waiting for one more glove from King's Caprice. I'm waiting on one more bow from King's Caprice. I'm not going to get boots and medicines anytime soon. Like, that's not a huge thing for me simply because it seems pretty far out of reach at this point and not really something that I want to push for. So yeah, I don't know if you guys can think of some more in-game goals that I should complete before I can say like I actually did everything in the game on this account, therefore I'm okay with switching my focus to a newer account. Love some thoughts. I was super excited for Basement simply because I was thinking, okay, sweet, I now have, you know, how much more furniture that I can remax and like get a higher energy count and all that. But if it's simply cosmetic and it's not going to unlock anything else doable in game other than just I now have a basement so I can put some stuff in there and redecorate, then it doesn't really give me a ton to push for, I guess. Hero related goals. I mean, yeah, I definitely could. I have every hero to level 40. They're all the highest tier of hero other than Spellblade. Only 3 of them have all legendary equipment, but I mean, reality is I don't need any more with better equipment. They can all duo whatever I need them to. I can complete everything in the game. And so, realistically, for me to get fully decked out heroes with like best in slot gear, full legendaries, one hero is going to cost what, 6,000 gems or more, depending on the pieces that I buy and prices and stuff. Let's say 5,000 gems just for rounding. And I have 3 that are done right now. That's 22 heroes that I need to do at 5,000 gems each. That's 110,000 gems for essentially nothing. you know? And so I guess for a player who's gonna not be free to play and is willing to spend thousands of dollars in the game basically to complete every little thing and get full legendary gear and the best heroes possible, then I get that as a goal, but that's not who I am. It's never going to be who I am. I'm never going to spend thousands of dollars in this game. And so I think that goal in itself is kind of off the table and not something that I'm looking at as even a possibility. I'm not planning on saving up 110,000 gems or spending $800 on that many gems just to deck out heroes for no real purpose other than for egging rights. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just my playstyle or my personality, but it doesn't exactly excite me. Any other thoughts from anyone? The amount of fails right now is mind-blowing. So crazy. I think I might have jinxed it. All right, Turk, all good, man. No worries. Talk to you later, bro. Thanks for hanging around. I think gold per hour, I could get more with tier 9s, like just strictly gold. But I don't think profit per hour would be remotely close to this amount, just because of how cheap tier 10s are. But if tier 10s were a more reasonable price in market, like actually had some value, then I don't think it would be nearly as close. Good stuff. We've officially made $1 billion gold. Feels good. Feels good. Love it. Man, you guys got to get talking about some stuff. It's getting boring. Or somebody jump in voice chat with me. Something. Excuse me. What do I got planned with all the money? Couple things. One, I want to get some more gems, just because I feel like there's a chance that some of the basement upgrades may not be available until higher levels than 80, just because some of the expansions aren't available until later than 80. Like the 80 out of 80 slots aren't available until later than level 80, unless you do it with gems. So I feel like that might actually be a thing. So me having more than 3k gems might be really nice. So I might just get a bunch of gems from market with the gold, and then after that it's pretty much just needing to put 10 billion gold into invest so that I can hit my 936 ticks on every single building. So that's going to be a grind in itself. So that'll be a bit of a focus for quite a bit, I think. Because if I'm usually making like 2 billion a week profit, depending on how much I'm able to play, it's going to be at least like a month and a half probably before I actually make that much. So, and then if I do town hall and training hall too, I'll probably be close to like 80 billion invested by the time I actually hit all my goals with invest. So yeah, I've got a couple of big grinds ahead of me for sure in terms of gold. Like I think for quite a while I was thinking like who cares, it's just gold, I can make it easy, but now I'm realizing the huge numbers that I need to put up to hit like guild goals and stuff. And so I think I actually need to be a bit smarter rather than just transferring over multiple billions of gold on a regular basis to gems. Yeah. Oh, come on. What do you think of the required hero power for Delta Tower? I want to level to 60, but also don't want to lose being able to do the tower. Yeah, I mean, I get it, man, but I mean, my thoughts are essentially once per month you can get one hero a very slight buff. And if most of your heroes you're going to end up re-rolling to really good heroes anyways, and eventually you're going to be getting like Titan Souls down the road anyway for the few heroes that you might want to put a Titan Soul on. I really don't think it's worth holding off. Like maybe if you're level 57 and Tower's coming up in a couple days, then hold off to get another one. But otherwise, I'm thinking there's no point in you stifling progress for this one item that will give one hero a slight buff, and otherwise it's not really that great. I don't know. I just don't really see it as worth it to slow down your progress for one item that doesn't actually improve a hero a ton unless it's like a level 1 hero or a tier 1 hero that you've put a lot into that you want to get up. But I don't know, man, it doesn't seem huge. Yeah, there is two new workers coming in December as well. That's true. So that should spice things up a little bit, like just have a lot more stuff to do in game if we're able to combine items and stuff. Should be interesting. I'm assuming that moonstones are sellable on market just like runestones are. It's just gonna be another thing that sells on market. So when those first come out, obviously they're gonna be like insanely expensive. That's my assumption anyway. But I think after the hype wears off, they'll kind of go down to a normal price, and then it'll just be another item in the game that people are able to buy and then use to kind of manipulate items however they need to. But I don't really see it as like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but as like the biggest game changer ever. Like if you're able to buy it off market and then combine 3 epic items to turn into 1 legendary, and you're getting that much more value from it, then sure. But I mean that might be interesting in terms of a way to still like use the market to make yourself more money if you're combining items. So instead of you like combining enchants with an item and selling that item for more, since that's not available, it's like buy a moonstone, combine items, and then sell that for more than the original item would be worth. So there might be some more flexibility with market and making gold from it. But I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what it actually does, what it requires, if it's tradable, all that kind of stuff. It'll be interesting for sure. Zamberos, my friend. Good to see you. Yeah, I think the 24th floor is definitely the most important for tower. I mean, once you get that, I mean, the soul is cool, but I don't feel like it's like the most valuable item in the game by any means. Any up-to-date hero guides or compositions or any tips? I mean, all the latest stuff is always going to be on ST Central. Rega does so much research and so much work in that site and with his testing and stuff. Like, he's honestly the guy to go to. I am not. So go to stcentral.net if you can find that link. And yeah, that'll be your best information for up-to-date details on heroes and what they recommend and stuff. Like, those guys are amazing. I'm definitely not the guy to ask when it comes to stuff like that. Nice, Sam. That's awesome, man. Congrats. Yeah, clearing Delta is huge. Good for you. Yeah, power is not the best indicator of whether or not a hero is good or not. All right. Supposed to get down to minus 20 Celsius tonight. Not happy. You know, when I showed you guys on stream last week or whatever it was, that it was snowing for the first time in the year. Like, oh, it's so pretty and stuff, but normally when it starts snowing, it'll melt like in the next couple of days because it's just so warm outside. It's normally like snow and then melt, but it has not melted and it's kept snowing, and it's getting real cold. I'm not happy. I hate winter here. It's freezing. Winter over summer any day, Indy. I don't know if we can be friends anymore, man. Where do you live? I'm assuming somewhere hot, so you're saying you'll take winter, but man, you don't know Canada winter. Horrible. Oh no. Shoot. I messed that up. I tried to surcharge the wrong item or something. I don't know what I did, but that's annoying. That's all good. Not a huge deal. Yeah, I do have a Discord, yep. Yep. If you, wow, excuse me. If you go to the description of any video that I have, my name and servers and all that stuff is down there. So you should be able to find me pretty easy. I'm on like all the Shop Titans Discord servers. There it is. Thanks, Kairiko. Appreciate it, man. UK. Okay, Indy, I get it. If you can't handle the sun and you get burnt, then I guess I understand it, but winter here is chilly. Okay, here's what I did. I discounted it. Yeah, I discounted my success instead of discounting my failed small talk. Okay, that makes sense. My bad. Is that a Rob quote? Because I feel like it should be if it's not. Why do I live where the air hurts my face? I've said that on many occasions. Probably on stream as well. I mean, yeah, I do genuinely, I do enjoy that feeling of like being inside when it's cold out and just enjoying time with family and the fire's on and you've got something hot to drink and you're just kind of like relaxing. Like that, it is a really good feeling. I do enjoy that, but the general feel of winter overall is not that enjoyable to me. Indy, do you prefer watching on Twitch rather than YouTube? Because I think Twitch you have like it can pop out so you can do two things at the same time, right? I think that's why a lot of people prefer it, but oh yeah, somebody asked me earlier if I apologize a lot because I'm Canadian. Yeah, I think Canadians are just really mindful and probably to a fault of like being courteous all the time and like not hurting people's feelings and stuff. I think it's kind of sad, but like we'll hold doors open for people even to the point that it's like too long, you know? Or just like try to be nice to everyone all the time and make sure that no matter what we do, we don't hurt people's feelings and we're like conscious of what's happening socially. And it's just weird. Like everyone here feels the need to please people a lot, I feel like. Meant for the beach lives in the mountains. I do live like 2 hours from the mountains, so it gets pretty cold here. Yeah. And it's on the prairies, so like the cold air from the mountains comes and yeah, it's pretty rough. Oh, okay. Second monitor. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Risen, that's funny, man. He says that his fiance is the exact opposite of what I just described as the average Canadian. That's so funny, man. Well, Indy, on the other one, you have half of my attention all to yourself, so I mean, maybe that's more worthwhile. Who knows? I mean, of course, there's always personalities, and like some people are that way and some people aren't. I mean, that's going to be the same way in every culture. I just think, like, generally speaking, from my own observation, there is a lot of people here who are like ultra mindful of, I don't know, not doing anything that even could potentially rub somebody the wrong way to the point of like, I don't know, not wanting to confront anything. I'm trying this and I don't know if it's good or not, but like getting 800 and then paying more or discounting items like these to get closer to 1600 because then I feel like it is faster if I'm getting small talks from everyone anyways. It's faster to just get that one extra surcharge, and as much as it costs me an extra like 500k for either paying more or discounting an item, it doesn't matter because I'm making so much money. I might just try that if I'm like kind of in between energy values. We'll see. So this one, for example, paying an extra $4.45. Yeah, that's not great either, though. Just because it's a blue item, it's going to cost me twice as much. But here, I would be 400 away from an extra surcharge. Unless it fails, then it doesn't really matter. All right. It's funny, for a long time now, Dana's been upgrading extra racks. So he has the 78 for max energy, but he has like a bunch more that are max just sitting in inventory just in case at some point in the future there's an expansion that allows us to get more energy than that. And then he saw basement, and I'm sure he was thinking like, okay, this is finally paid off. And then we find out today that that's not true, and it doesn't actually help with like more space in the shop. And for the longest time, he's like, oh, you should do the same thing. You should upgrade them, whatever. And I'm just like, nah, I won't. Like, I don't want to use the gold, and I don't really care. And it's just cleaner when I'm not upgrading anything and I don't have to think about it. And now looking back, I'm actually kind of glad that I didn't spend like a ton of gold trying to get even more racks to max just in case they expanded over 80, now that their expansion isn't actually more slots. Pretty happy. Not for Dana's misfortune, but you know what I mean. I mean, yeah, may in the future for sure. It's definitely a possibility. But just for this one, it doesn't really matter. Well, boys, I think I may just go another 20-ish minutes, but we'll see what happens. Shot one up 2 kill. Thanks for the ad on Discord. We'll see if we get chatting. Oh, for real? I didn't know that Chris Go was streaming at the same time. Cool. On Twitch, I'm assuming? Yeah, I remember him saying that he was starting to stream, but I just haven't seen him on there before. I can't find him. Maybe if I just search for... Oh, there we go. Found him. Nice. Okay. I've actually never talked to him though. Like, we've never been in a voice chat before, so I always like to like chat with somebody beforehand and like connect with them at some point before we voice chat, because then at least I know that like we have some rapport and we're not just like awkwardly sitting there talking about nothing, you know what I mean? Because nobody wants that. He seems like a really good dude though. Obviously he plays a lot, he knows a lot. So definitely like streaming together or chatting together while we're both streaming in the future would be pretty sweet. Wow, all of the backfires today. Brutal. What is the ideal layout for shop size 8-9? I think my first question has to be, what is your playstyle in terms of being active or just logging in once an hour during the day? because I think that that actually determines a lot of what your play style is going to be. Because if you're like just logging in a few times throughout the day and crafting and then logging off and then maybe sitting down for an hour in the evening and just selling some items and that's kind of it, then I think that lends itself to a much different play style than if you are sitting there for a number of hours straight playing the game actively. Because if you're playing actively, you want to have as few bins out as possible. Because the less bins that you have out, the more energy that you have, the more money that you can make as you're playing actively. But it doesn't actually make that much sense if you're only logging in a few times a day and not for a long period of time, because then having more bins out means that you can have more energy adding up over time, which means that you can actually be making more money throughout the day because you can log in and craft 10 or 12 items back to back to back to back rather than just logging in crafting 4 items and leaving, right? So I think honestly it will depend on like your gameplay style more than anything, but I would say quote unquote ideal would be like for inactive play would be 3 tier 1 bins, 2 tier 2 bins, and however many tier 3 that you need, like 2 or 3. But for active gameplay, ideal is 1 of each bin, level 14 or higher, and playing with 7,000 energy. I mean that's ideal. Having if you've got 9 expands done, you've got 72 slots, 1 counter, a couple chests, so it's 3, 1 of each bin, which would be like 12, and then 60 60 racks type thing. Like that's ideal. The more energy that you can have, the better. I don't know what's happening right now. I haven't been paying attention. Okay, all fresh. Not helpful. Come on. Yo, what do you guys think about this? I had an idea for the other account. So, you know how I said earlier in the stream that I'm thinking about like playing on the other account more once I kind of finish all of my main goals on this account. So, essentially my thought is that going to work? Yeah, that works. That rather than just playing like a normal account. So obviously I want to do my second one free to play. But my thought is to add like another challenge to that account, or like a different way to play that it's not just playing through the game all over again and just explaining what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like for content's sake, I think it would actually be really enjoyable for me to play differently or to give myself restrictions or handicaps to make it more difficult. So my idea is, what if I play through the entire game and try to get to late game, never getting more than 1 of each bin? What do you guys think about that idea? I kind of like it. I don't know. Like, I think it's totally doable, but I'm obviously going to have to kind of fiddle around with it and see if it's going to work or not. But my thought is that, let's say in 2 months, I kind of finish this account, the new updates are out, I've finished everything in the game, and there's nothing else that I really want to push for and just craft the same items day in and day out. Like, I'm kind of getting bored. My thought is to focus on the other account, still play this one for like events and stuff like that and some content, but play the other account most of the time that I'm able to play, but make it so that I only have 1 of each bin out. I think that would be pretty sweet. I think it's pretty doable, but I'd love to get some thoughts on it if you guys have any. I didn't necessarily say that I was gonna only do one of each, but basically my thought was like when I get another. Oh, Zam, that's just mean. That's very mean. Oh my goodness, how painful would that be? No, I didn't say that I was gonna like only play the account with a limited amount of bins, but I did say that when I get my next expansion, that I'm only gonna be getting one more of each tier 2 bin and stay at one of each for now. But I'm thinking like even going into late game, like I get my seventh, my eighth, my ninth expansion, and I never get any more bins at all. Other than like let's say I get to tier 10 and it's not physically possible to craft it and I have all level 15s, then I get like one more of each up to level 3 or whatever I need just for that little bit of extra, and then I just go back to like normal. One of each as soon as I get like the resource reductions. You know what I mean? Like I could do it so that I completely restrict my resources entirely. But weirdly enough, I feel like that would actually give me an advantage in playing because I would just have way more energy than I should have, and it would probably actually just make play easier. But it would still be fun to like test it out and play it that way. Play with only one of each rack though. You're just cruel. You know how horrible that would be? Playing with basically no energy, like that would be the most boring gameplay to watch too, because I literally couldn't really do anything at all. Oh, that would be horrible. And I already have like 5 of each rack out anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I had to Google what that meant, Indy. I never know the British slang sayings. Every time people say at the minute, I just giggle to myself because we use the same saying, but we just use it differently. At the minute. I love it. Gets me every time. So good. Yeah, I know. I Googled it so that I knew what it meant, but oh, I love it. So good. I guess out of everyone here who's probably watching, I'm like the earliest time zone unless somebody's like one time zone west of me, but everybody else is probably later than me. I don't know if this is the most ideal time to stream for people or not, but it's all good. What do you mean, Kairiko? Want to buy customers? I need to, yeah, I need to craft some more stuff. I'm like out of everything. 9:49. Okay, so you're just an hour ahead of me then. That's not bad. Everyone's just hanging out playing. I actually don't even care to use that bundle right now, just because I'm not playing for the next couple days and it doesn't really matter. The flow feels slow. Yeah, I hear you. Oops. Oops, did not mean to do that one. Come on. Oh boy. How much energy do you have shot? Oh yeah, it's 4 o'clock in the morning there. Indy, you should just go to bed, man. That's way too late. Yeah, that's true. When it does take 5 customers to get anything done, I'm sure that's pretty painful. Oh my goodness. So many fails too. So annoying. 1600 energy. Okay. So realistically for you, you probably don't even want to go any higher than like tier 8s at the most, but even like tier 7s until you get higher energy, just because selling things with so much more than that is going to be really tedious. But I mean, in saying that, especially during the event, I think it's okay to branch outside of that, like to do higher tiers. It takes longer to sell one and a lot more customers and fooling around with trying to get up the energy, but just because of the event, you make so much more money. I think it's still worth it. It's actually amazing how much just a really small difference in energy makes. Like even having a couple hundred less feels so much different when you're dealing with such like thin margins. Yeah, I mean market right now for tier 9 should be good to just sell in market and then buy up tier 7s that you're able to surcharge yourself. Because during this event, people are just willing to spend so much on items because they're so profitable that you can probably buy stuff in market for, or you can sell things in market for more than double of what it's worth anyway, just because everyone's buying up everything. I don't actually know that because of tier 10. It might not be true, but we can check it out. Tier 9 normal items. Yeah, I guess there's still like 100K profit in a lot of these. That's only like 30K. 60K or 70K, I guess. 80K. So yeah, you're not able to sell for quite double, but you can still get, you know, the majority of your money and then buy a lower tier and surcharge it yourself if tier 9s feel too clunky. I like how these lights look at nighttime, but during the day I feel like they look so dumb. Like at night it looks cool because your front yard is all lit up, but then in the day, I don't know, it just does not have the same appeal. Oh yeah, I always forget about the value milestone. I mean, yeah, for you, if you don't have the gold value milestones done in your mastering, then obviously you're getting a lot less gold. I mean, if you think about it, getting the 25% extra is essentially equal to this event anyways, because this event is the 25% extra. So if you don't have the gold milestone, you're basically just breaking even for players who have that stuff done anyways. That's interesting to think about. Man, I really want to get through almost all of these items tonight, but I'm starting to fade a little bit. I don't know. Oh, the guild is holding a net worth comp. That's so funny. It's definitely different now that our guild has a 1 billion a week expectation for invest. Like, it definitely makes you think differently and play differently, where a lot of the money that I'm investing I would probably be saving for future updates or upgrades or getting gems or just like using it a lot differently. But I'm finding myself investing a lot more just so that I'm not falling behind as much as I would be. But I don't know. It definitely changes the way that you play depending on the expectation that your guild has, for sure. Wow, boys. Ooh, huge. Y'all see that? Wow, Indy, that's huge. 1.85 billion this week. I'm just at 1 billion. I haven't invested anymore, but that's huge. How many items do I have left to sell? I don't know how many tier 10s. I have still lots of fodder, but I probably have a good 600 tier 10s to sell through still. I'm starting to want to be lazy with my energy management instead of me trying to optimize like I was before. We'll see if I can keep up with it. It is actually a lot of work to like discount and then leave it and go back and sell a tier 1 and then deny it, and it is a lot of work just to guarantee a surcharge, but I don't know. I think it's worth it. It's just, what percent does small talk give of your energy? 10% of what's remaining. So if you went 8,144 minus 84 times 10%. So whatever the missing energy is from your pool multiplied by 10%. No. So many fails, it's so annoying. Like, I can only surcharge an item for every 2 successes, but if I do like 8 customers, only 2 are successful, I only get 1 small talk out of 8 customers. It's so annoying. What? That's crazy, Indy. He invested 1.85 billion this week and he's 16th on the invest list. Dude, I didn't realize how hard you guys are pushing. That's wild. Do it, Lewis. Scrap it all. Yo, shop 1. Can you actually just resend your shop name and number, and then we can look up your shop on stream right now? Yeah, Lewis, I can do the same for you if you want, man. If you want me to take a look at your shop and give you any recommendations, I'm happy to. But essentially, during these types of events where you're getting so much more value from selling, it actually makes no sense to be crafting at all. Like, you're losing money by crafting just because you're making so much otherwise. That's my opinion anyway. My humble opinion. Oh, 901, 1.33. Let's update that. Game goals. Oops. Perfect. Yeah, pack items are always more energy, that's true. I forget about that as well. Because mountain amendments are like 900, right? 904 or something like that. But the average item is less than that. Like 800 or something. Alright, what do we do? Discount, find the more expensive. That's fine. Nice. Discount. Surcharge, small talk. There we go. Now we're cruising. Good stuff. Mountain Man is 895. Okay, cool. Yeah, makes sense. Bella Ciao. Let's check it. Guild search people. Bella. Ciao. Okay, 8. I love the layout, man. That's awesome with the mushrooms and stuff. Very cool. 2 of each tier 1. Actually, you're missing 1, aren't you? Leather's not here. Okay, so you have even less. You're not even doing a full rotation. Okay. And then... Okay, I think that's fine, man. I mean, you don't have a ton of bins out anyway. You just have a ton of racks out. You just need to get more upgrades. Like, some of these are still under level 6. But, I mean, it looks good, man. You don't have too many bins out at all. I mean, I think for you, it almost would make sense for you to get rid of the tier 3 bins right now, just because those seem really fast from where your shop is at. So I would get rid of these 3, and I would probably have 2 of each tier 1, so 2 wood, 2 stone, 2 leaves, 2 leather, and then like 1 of each tier 2, or maybe 2 of each tier 2, and then you could maybe get rid of 1 chest depending on like how much your storage you have. And then that would like kind of clean up your bins a little bit and let you craft 4 items. I would stick to crafting tier 7s right now just till your energy gets up more, because that would just allow your selling to be a lot smoother. Your next major upgrade should definitely be your counter to level 11, because it allows you to get more energy per sale and more customer flow. So upgrade counter, get rid of tier 3s, focus on crafting tier 7s, and then from there just upgrade your energy as you go, and just try to get like all of your racks to like the same level together. Get your 5 helps, speed up with gems if you have them. If not, not a big deal. Just wait for your 9th expand and then go from there. I think you need to wait until you have more energy than this to start crafting things with tier 3 resources, I think. But I mean, it depends on you. If you prefer it that way, then go for it. And otherwise, just my opinion to stick with tier 7s. Just till you get your shop to a point that it can handle it a little bit better, but it looks good, man. I mean, overall, nothing wrong with that at all. Lewis, I can check yours too. Just send me the number as well with it. SJF and then what the number is. Yeah, Indy, sure. I can show yours. Shoot, I don't know what the number was. It's just indie, right? That's not it. That's way too low of a level. There's a lot of indies. There we go. So here's just an example. Perfect. Obviously he's quite a bit farther than you, but this is the same size of shop, but like his stuff is obviously level 11 or higher. He's probably got twice, if not more, the energy that you do. And he's got like 2 of each tier 1, 2 or 1 of each tier 2, and he's just starting on tier 3 stuff. So if your shop's not nearly like this upgraded, you can get rid of your tier 3, have about this many, or yeah, about this many tier 2 stuff. He has the same number of bins as you, and he probably has twice the energy. So this is just what it'll look like in your shop in a month or 2 type thing. And it'll let you just allow your gameplay to be a lot smoother, I think. Come on. Oh yeah, sorry, Indy. I always forget. My bad. She. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. You are right. SJF 26.6. I don't think that's the first time I've said he for you, have I? My bad. Alright, so this is an 8 shop. Wow, you have a lot of bins out. Ooh, too many. Cool layout though. I like this with like the sales room and then everything else. Yeah, I would say get rid of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get rid of 6 of these for sure. I mean, I know that you're just doing spirits, but like the top 80% of this is being wasted for the most part. And it's better to craft 4 different types of items, and you can do that a lot faster. And having more energy out because of it, you'll have more energy to speed up crafts. So you could get rid of at least 4, if not 6 tier 1 bins. You could probably get rid of a couple of these, and then a couple of these. These don't even require tier 3 resources, so you can probably get rid of like these for now, unless you normally craft something different than that. Or at least reduce them. Like you could just change around this balance a lot to be crafting 4 different items, give yourself more space for energy. That would probably allow things to be quite a bit smoother for you. But I mean, all in all, nothing's bad. Your upgrades are going well. Obviously, you've got lots of stuff that's starting to hit level 11. So, yeah, nothing terrible by any means for sure, but just kind of a weird, weird resource balance. How long do I have for these? 11 minutes. Maybe I'll just do that then. I'm just going to finish off that 11 minutes and then we'll probably call it a day for the stream for tonight. I still got to pack for a couple days away tomorrow, like leaving tomorrow, so. Man, feels very clunky. I do not like selling 210s. Or especially making sure that I surcharge everyone. It does not feel smooth at all. And I don't know if there's anything I could do to make it smooth, you know what I mean? I don't know. Definitely not going to get remotely close to selling through everything, that's for sure. Thanks, Indy. Appreciate it. Have a good sleep, girl. Yeah, even with max energy and focusing on it and like trying to optimize everything, it still just feels so clunky. Not digging it. It's pretty crazy that we made 1.3 billion tonight already, though. That's pretty wild. Feels good. $15 Lux rings, that's crazy. That's so nice. I love when that happens. I should actually try to sell through my Lux items too. It's like such a amazing gold to energy ratio. So nice. So crazy. Kai passed me in net worth in our guild. Like, I'm not first anymore in net worth. He passed me like when he first joined the guild. What was it, like a month ago or whatever? And we were just having like funny banter back and forth about like him finally beating me in net worth and all that kind of stuff. And like all good. Like no hard feelings at all. It's just funny. And then if you look at it now, he's like 40 billion ahead of me already. It's pretty crazy. That dude's amazing. He obviously just has a lot more time to play than I do because I am not keeping up with that by any means. Crazy. Kind of nice that I have just these random tier 8, tier 9s that I was crafting earlier for mastering because I can just use them as like random fodder when I need an extra 200 energy and I don't really care about wasting a couple 100k. It just doesn't matter at this point. It's really nice. Zam, I don't think that that works to wait until the comp starts because like I actually tried this last time. Basically I knew that this event was coming, better deals, and I had like 10 customers and I surcharged all of them before the event and then waited for the event to start and then logged in hoping that because they were surcharged and then the event started, that the value for that surcharge would go up. So I was basically storing 10 customers hoping to just make a couple extra million, but they all stayed at their original surcharge value and wouldn't go up. So I'm thinking that the king coming in right now wouldn't increase in value at all. That's my thought. I don't know if it's true or not, but I assume that he would not change in value regardless of whether he normally would with the event or not. I thought I was being so smart with testing that, and then turns out it didn't work. It's interesting too because I feel like a lot of the times I get pretty picky on market where I'm like, okay, I can sell this item on the market for 3 million instead of 800K. So I'm gonna just put it in market and wait. But by the time they take taxes off and you only get like 2.6 million or whatever, 2.7 million, and I could just get 1.6 from it. I'm only making like an extra million and it's sitting there for hours in the market and I'm getting undercut and whatever. From like 1 million gold at this point in time is actually pretty much nothing. Like each one of these items during this event that I'm selling is making like 1.5 million profit. So me like messing around in market, trying to just make an extra million gold and all the time that it takes and focusing there and trying to like undercut other people who have been undercutting me just so that I can try to scrape out an extra like few hundred K, it literally makes no sense at all. Like it's a complete waste of time. But it's just interesting how like those values seem really big. You know, like you look at it and you're like, okay, yeah, like this 4 million gold seems like a lot of gold. And then you look at it later on, you're like, yeah, actually, it's not really much money at all in the grand scheme of things. Just interesting. Got to figure out what's actually worth your time to focus on and what's not, you know? All right, 2 minutes and we are done for the day. Yeah, Lewis, that's true. Especially at lower levels, I'm sure the tier 10s can be really nice king bait, especially if you get some nice enchants and stuff on them. It's sure that can be pretty huge. Parada, I have no idea, man. I actually tried to figure that out before. Like, can you track how much time you spent in an app over the lifetime of your phone? Because I didn't have this in Steam for the first like year that I played the game type of thing. But I couldn't figure out if it's even possible to find out what the lifetime time spent in an app on an iPhone is. So unless you can figure that out, then I have no idea how much time I actually have in the game. Hold on. In Steam, I have 218 hours, but I think honestly, dude, that's like a really small percentage of the total time that I've actually spent actively playing this game. Like, that's probably, well, I can't say a tenth of the time, but like an incredibly small percentage of the total time that I've actually spent playing this game. Just, I can't actually tell looking in a phone, unless there's a way to tell, but I don't know. I mean, I've probably spent an average of like 4 to 5 hours of screen time, whether that just be like logging in or selling or whatever. So it might not be actively playing, but like my phone is on and waiting for customers to come in so I can sell. So like 4 to 5 hours a day, maybe not actively playing, but like screen time on the game for 16 months. So you can do the math on that. And also, this is the second phone that I've owned since playing the game, so I couldn't go back and check the hours on my previous phone either, so I guess there's no way to really tell, unless account-wise they could look it up for me or something, but... is it better to get all your racks to 6 than all to 11, or one at a time to 11? I actually really preferred leveling up all of my stuff at the same rate as each other, simply because it's a very similar amount of incremental energy that you're gaining each time. Like with each upgrade, it's not like level 11 gets a ton more energy than level 6 to 7, like a little bit, but I think cost effective wise, time consumption wise, it makes a lot more sense to just do everything kind of at the same time, at the same rate. Oh, these backfires are driving me crazy. And that's what I did. I think just because getting things past level 11 takes so many millions of gold. I mean, maybe it's not smart to leave 75 million times 78 racks till the very end, but I liked it better that way. I found it much more doable, especially at the lower levels. Yeah, Kairiko, I looked into that. Like looking at the health of, like, it shows you you're healthy, you spend this many hours type thing. But it didn't actually, like, I couldn't see how many hours necessarily that I'd spent on specific games, or like I could tell this week I've spent this much in this game, but not like a lifetime thing, so I don't know. Nice, Kane. Congrats. That's awesome. My second account is getting close to that, but not quite there yet. I still got 2 levels to go, so good for you, man. That's exciting. Oh my gosh, these failed small ducks are driving me crazy. Alright, looks like quests are done. Okay, cool. So let's put some of these away. We'll take out our bins, finish some, and we'll be done streaming for today. Sweet. So I just do that so now I can hold over 500 components instead of like 100, so then I'm not wasting these components that I'm getting. I put these in market for gems because I know that's not going to sell. And then I'll finish all my quests, get those in inventory, and then cancel these, so you can get like 700, 600 rather than the 500 cap that I have. So I'm way over cap on all these, but not a big deal. I don't know how many I'll get because I did send all 7 quests there, so let's see. Nice, Zam. Congrats, man. That's huge. 5 billion net worth. I think 5 billion was the first net worth number that I hit. Oh, nice. Where I got like exactly the number, like 50000, because that was like the first big accomplishment for net worth. So I stopped at exact so I could take a picture of it. I'm pretty sure that was the one. No, Kane, I've just only played it on stream, and I only have like 16 hours or something into my alt. So I haven't done a ton with it recently. Like I haven't really played on it other than just some background updates or upgrades over time, like one every day or two. But I probably started it 2 months ago, but I haven't been active on it for quite a while now. I don't really know what I'm gonna do here. I kind of want to just get these up because I need them for mastering anyway. So. Yeah, I think I only have 16 hours into my alt at this point. Something like that anyway. And that includes like offline time of me like not paying attention or just like doing upgrades and then forgetting to shut it off. And yeah. I'm looking forward to playing it a lot more once I finish some goals on this account though. Don't know exactly when that's going to happen, but feel like these backfires are getting worse and worse the more time that goes on. All right, I think we can hit 1.5 billion on stream. I think that's fair. I want to at least hit some sort of bigger goal. We'll go for 1.5 billion gold, and then we'll call it a day. That seems fair. I at least want to see that number. Man, thanks for tuning in, Alan. I appreciate it, man. No worries. Oh, Kane, I got you. Okay, no. So you're farther ahead than I am. 5th expansion does make sense, yes. Because the original one is not an expansion, it is just your shop. So yes, that does make more sense. I think I do say it wrong then. Because I say like your 9th expansion being like the last room, but really that's the 8th expansion, but I call it 9th because it's the 9th room in the shop, but yeah, technically speaking, that would not be correct. My goodness, these backfires are killing me. Yeah, Lewis, all good, man. I mean, the game's for fun. Do whatever. Ultimately, I mean, it's your game. Enjoy it, man. Have fun. That's the point. Who cares what some random dude on YouTube says, you know? Doesn't matter. And that's the thing too, like if you don't have any other bins to or racks to put out right now, because you haven't upgraded any of them, then getting rid of like resource bins immediately so you can just put out another level 1 rack doesn't make a ton of sense because it's not going to give you any energy anyway. So it actually makes sense to like upgrade over time, and then once you have, you know, your bins to a point that, you know, they have a high enough resource cap that it makes sense to like add more racks and upgrade them over time and like do it gradually. I think that makes more sense than just like wholesale putting out 4 level 1s at the same time, right? Like obviously it's not always just going to be like an immediate 180. Okay, let's get some successes here, shall we? As I get a backfire immediately. Don't really like this. Come on. Did not mean to do that. I mean, if I haven't even sold through half my inventory yet, I've got like 3 or 4 billion sitting here in inventory. That's pretty nuts. Did not think I had that much, but I did spend every gold that I got for the last 2 days on just enchants and trying to get the value of my inventory total as high as I could so that when I sell through all this stuff, I make as much money as possible. So I guess it does make sense that I would have that much, but that's pretty crazy. Yeah, Kane, that's awesome. I mean, honestly, your next big gem expense is probably going to be like your 7th expansion, like the 8th room, because you can do the 7th one with gold pretty easy at whatever level it is, like level 60 or 55 or whatever it is, but then the next one is going to take a long time to get to that level, and it's 4,000 gems. So saving to 4K gems probably makes the most sense for you. The 2 new workers, 60 for 200 mil. Okay, yeah, so I guess it is still quite a while away, level 52 to 60, but those legendary training bows, those will get you. So good. All right, we did it. 1.5 billion. 3.5 hours. Not bad. Not bad at all. There it is. Oh, the 2 new workers. Yeah, so the 2 new workers, the one is free, and it's basically going to allow you to combine items with moonstones to get a higher quality item. So let's say like 3 normal items equals 1 superior item or something like that. So you can get a higher quality item by combining the X number of items with a moonstone type of thing, right? So that's a free one. You can get those from like quests. I'm assuming it's the same as runestones. Like you can get runestones from quests, you can get them from chests, you can get them from gifts from people, you can get them from piggy bank. Like you can get them from anywhere. So it's going to be similar to that. And then the second worker is going to be similar to the chick that lets you make runestones anyway, the scholar or academy, whatever it is. That allows you to make runestones. It's going to be the same thing. You can now make moonstones instead of runestones. I'm assuming that they're still going to be tradable. They're probably going to be super valuable, and they're going to allow you to combine items as well. And I'm assuming that there's going to be different perks with those workers when you level them up in guild to give you, extra percentage chance of success or I don't know, whatever it is. But one's going to be a free worker, one's going to be paid. One will allow you to make your own runestones just like that chick does, like these, and there'll just be like another slot here for moonstones type thing. So I think it'll be pretty similar to what we have in game already. But we'll see. It'll just be interesting to see how the combination of different items allows you to maybe be profitable or just create items that would be pretty rare otherwise. We'll see. But anyway. No, it's one. There's 2 workers, 1 free, 1 paid. Yeah, you can watch the video on their YouTube, or I watched it like from the vid 2 days ago, so you can rewatch that. Or I guess it was last night, so 1 day ago. But yeah, it's just one. It's just one. Shop experience is based on how would you say it? Just like the item itself, like each one has a different value, and when it's enchanted, you get bonus XP as well. I haven't really looked into like XP values for each item individually, like I know a lot of people have, but like pack items will have additional XP, wands and guns have a lot more XP, crossbows have a lot of experience. Like a lot of the pack items that you find in game are going to allow you to get a lot more experience than just like a normal free to play item type of thing. So yeah, sweet. All right, y'all, thank you guys so much for hanging out till the end. Hanging out, hope you guys had a good time. Yeah, just link the spreadsheets, guys. These guys have it all mapped out, so good. All right, y'all. Kane, Nikki, Kyrikel, Matt, Lewis, Risen, Alan, Zambedos, Peridot, Indy, Shot One, and thank you all so much. Micah, thanks for your support tonight. Appreciate that. I'll be away for the next couple of days, as you get to know, but should be back up and running the next week. So sweet. Have a good night, y'all. Thank you.